Now back to throw.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on second down. Prescott throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable, because so many of them were 982 and counting.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing, Prescott.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 10.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought...
And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 27, Prescott going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it 21-8.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
You said we got people watching the screen. All right, let's do it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at about the 1.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Prescott's throw will complete to Allen.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 7. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Prescott. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And, Charles, yeah, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Scotty Miller with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott flush to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going deep here for Allen. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Like the whole nigga team fires as fuck. Sheesh.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play call.
Wow,
Because
and he
one play drive
come
where you throw an
on,
interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one complete to Lacey. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Here, bro. Okay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
This right here, bro. This nigga whole team fired.
Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That nigga whole fucking offense bad. Like, they're like, these niggas ain't even sticking up with him, bro. I gotta play out there on this shit. I play out there on this shit, bro. I can stop him, but oh, no.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Not, bro. For the pull the plug. He got 60. Oh, bro.
Just a yard on
like,
the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Throwing the ball up.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up
third
there.
quarter, bro.
A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything.
Like, we started off doing good, bro. Caught some good hits, bro. And then like, this nigga just took off, bro. Like,
on 3rd down, here's Williams.
Off, bro.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
That shit is not funny, bro.
Prescott to throw on 4th.
It like that nigga. Oh yeah, come on, big hit. It like that nigga everywhere, dude, bro. Like his whole fucking team suited. That nigga fast as fuck,
Buccaneer
bro.
territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott. Flushed out right. Able to find Pryor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Got these boys suited, bro. That's good.
1 second down, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Prescott.
Oh, man.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from it?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Bro.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 92 yards. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Me right there, bro.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Stop, bro.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They find some open field here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra.